This is Sparta!
Shark has moved into ECE 2206 with this, the Spartan RS. Rather than rolling out their first 2206 helmet as a top money flagship, instead they've pitched it right at that sweet spot of £300. The graphics come in a little bit more expensive, but you can see the prices on screen now. So what'd you get for your 300 quid then? We've got a multi-composite shell composed of fiberglass and Kevlar, backed by a multi-density EPS liner. The different densities tailor the level of impact protection across the helmet rather than just using the same foam throughout. The shell is pretty sleek in its design, helping with aerodynamics. We've got a short rear spoiler, and then there's this super aggressive front chin vent that adds a real attitude to the front. Now, it really wouldn't be out of place on most motorcycles, but it definitely has that nod towards a more sportier aesthetic. The chin vent usefully directs air up to the visor rather than blasting you in the mouth. This helps with defogging, but there's also a Pinlock MaxVision in the box to help keep that fogging at bay. You can crack the visor for a blast in the face if you really wanted to though. The visor has a real smooth operation and is locked in place with this central button here. Just press to release. It's built to optical class 1 quality, so there's no distortion around the edges when you're looking through it. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to remove it as well. Behind that sits a drop-down sun visor, which has a buttery smooth operation to its slide. There are very, very fine notches in the mechanism, which means that it will just sit quite happily wherever you want to place it. It's not going to lock into a position that's uncomfortable. Inside is where things get really nice. After all, we're going to be sticking our head in this thing. It's made from something called Alveotech, a really suede material that's super soft whilst being antibacterial, anti-sweat and anti-odour. But that doesn't mean you don't have to clean it. You're still going to need to give it a little bit of love every now and then. The odd squirt with some helmet cleaner just to keep things nice and fresh will go a long way. After all, you wouldn't wear the same socks every day without washing them. Unless you would. Athlete's foot. Oh, I wonder if you get athlete's face. Ventilation on the top of the helmet is sorted by 3 air intakes underneath this top vent here. It's operated really easily with this low profile slide. The exhausts are integrated into the spoiler and are always open to keep drawing air through the helmet. You can fit whatever intercom you like to this helmet, although it has been designed with Shark's own Bluetooth system in mind, but you won't have a problem fitting pretty much anything in here. So what don't I like about the Spartan RS then? Well, it does only come in 2 shell sizes across extra small to 2XL, and really 3 shell sizes would have made this a fantastic offering. In saying that, £300 gets you a lot of helmet for your money, and definitely that pound for value ratio is really good with this helmet. I feel like the money that you're going to pay for one of these, it actually offers you great value for that. It's not like you're paying extra for fancy graphics or a brand name or just because it took somebody a million hours to make it. I think you couldn't go wrong with this for the money, and to be honest, Klarna Slice It in free makes it really digestible to purchase one. Find the helmet in store and online, and now I'll show you how to change the visor. Press the central button to unlock and lift upwards. You'll see here we've got a little cam toggle thing. We're going to flick this forward and it should pop out. If it doesn't pop out, the visor might not be in the right position. Come to the other side, do the same thing, pop straight out, and then just pull. Really simple. Love this system from Shark. And then to refit, it's exactly the same process, just in reverse. Clip, clip, and then the hardest part I find is just lining those little cams back up, but they normally, if they don't press down easily, you're probably not lined up, so you just wiggle the visor until it's lined up, click back into place, and you're all done. Easy peasy.